Hello folks, and welcome back to the Land Yacht, and also a very warm welcome to Site B. And Site B is something you're going to be seeing quite a bit more of in the coming weeks and months. And this is the place where the E65 and the E36 are currently languishing, and they are quite happy to be here out of the rain, wind and general cold. So more on these vehicles later. Today we are focusing on the Land Yacht, and as you have just seen there on the EV display thing, we're now charging from 400 volts 3-phase power down to our charging point and into the vehicle and into our trusty Tesla charger. And our trusty Tesla charger is currently pumping out about 45 amps at 200 volts. So quite impressive, and we're not at full power, we're at about 90%, but we're seeing on the meter here about 10 kilowatts electric going into the AC side, so allowing for some losses in there. We probably got a bit less going into the battery, but it is most definitely faster than we had been charging previously with our little capacitive charger thing, putting about 2 kilowatts into the battery. Now, what about the inverter and the motor and the driving, I hear you say? Well, we got some pretty good news for you guys on that front. I was having a chat with Johannes there or so ago, and basically turns out there's a little bit of a difference in how I would have imagined that the current limit worked and how the current limit actually works. The current limit starts limiting at 80% of the value that you put in for your maximum AC peak current. So I had a max current value of 500 amps in there. So 80% of that is 400 amps peak. Then you divide that 400 by 1.414 to get the RMS, and you're down to a pretty low current. In fact, much lower than the rated current on the motor nameplate. So what we did today was we increased that peak current to 750 amps, and we set our overcurrent limit at 850 amps. And in doing so, we have pretty much transformed the drivability of our trusty E39. So much so actually that I've been able to drive it up here to Site B today without any difficulties at all, maintaining speed on the motorway against hills. You know, I can keep her up to speed and not have any problems that way. We do have, you know, a good bit of tweaking to do along the way, but we've got ourselves now a perfectly drivable car. So I cannot begin to describe to you guys just how much of a relief that this is. So what we are going to be doing is I will set up the GoPro now in the car, and when I'm driving back home, we will video some of that drive, because the way the motorway is between Site B and home, there's a lot more upslopes on the way home, so it should be of more value for you guys to see how we perform on that particular setup. So yeah, I'm kind of pretty much exhausted now. It's been a difficult few weeks. Now, on the technical front, okay, it's how this motor wants to produce power It's very, very different to how the DC motor wants to produce power. The DC motor really wanted, 0 to 1500 revs was where you got power. Above that, you got some, but it was rapidly tapering back down. Now, this motor, it'll give me great stall torque. So pulling away from a light or going up a hill, like doing a hill start, perfectly fine now. I get reasonable acceleration, from about 1 to 2,000 revs. But above 2.5, this thing puts out power. And when you get up to about 4,000, you're really starting to move. So much so that I'm beginning to think that I might actually have to go back and put a petrol differential in this car, because you may remember back in 2014, if some of you could possibly stomach all of the 60 plus videos that I made on this project. Can't see how anybody would, so anyway, we put a differential and half shafts from a 530D into this car in order to get the ratios where we could cruise at motorway speeds. Fifth gear, 75 miles per hour, you would be turning at about 2,800 revs, and you would get enough torque out of the DC motor again to maintain speed, uphills, downdales, that kind of thing, perfectly fine. Now the thing is that with our AC motor, we want to make power up high. So I'm using first, second, and the horrible synchronous, jumpy, crunchy third gear. Seems to be where she wants to be on the motorway. Third gear gives me about 4,500 revs for 75 miles per hour, and I've got all the power that I need there at that RPM to basically hold the vehicle up to speed. So we're definitely going to have to put a gearbox in here, because crunchy crunch is not much fun, as you will see on the drive home. Yeah. I'm making myself dizzy with all the walking around, but I'm trying to be more YouTube-like in my vlogging. Yeah, right. Anyway, I'll leave you guys at that. We'll get the camera set up, and hope you enjoy the spin. So, yeah. All right. So we're back in the car, ready to head out. Charged up quite a bit on the old 3-phase. I have tweaked the settings a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if I get a trip or two. I might have been a little bit heroic. But we'll see what we get. So let's go. Hope the camera stays on today as well. Always handy when it does. So here was the situation I would have had previously, but now I can just add throttle, car draws more power, accelerates away without any difficulty there. That was a second gear start. So we're going out on a slip road now, out onto the motorway. initially where I would have had the most trouble. So I'm going to push my throttle now. Oh yeah. Here we go. And I'm going to try and get that horrible start here. There we are. Push my throttle again. Pulling along here now quite nicely. We're pretty much up to speed there. No problems. You can notice the effect there of having increased the field weakening. I'm definitely getting more current at higher RPMs as we would expect. So we're going downhill here, so we don't really need much power at all. But there's some pretty serious uphills here that we're going to check out and see how we perform. Speed up here now, about 70 miles per hour. About 4,200 revs. I'm even going to be a bit of a hero. Move out here and see if we can actually overtake on a hill here. So and, we're maintaining 70. Going up this hill here. This is the steepest hill you're going to find on this particular stretch. And we're holding 70. We're going to overtake this truck here. We were a long way from doing this even yesterday. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, or dislike, don't share and unsubscribe if you prefer. Links in the description for various bits and bobs, PayPal, Patreon, GitHub, forums, all that other fun stuff. So check them out. And until next time, happy yacht tuning.